Wheeler. Jesse, how are those roads out there this morning?
Hey, Rob, we are going north on State Road 3. Things are getting worse this morning. Greg was tracking the heavy snowfall, and I can tell you right now, visibilities are reduced to less than a quarter of a mile. The snow is really coming down here, and several lanes of all of these state roads and the city streets, even the interstate, are still snow covered with maybe a couple or more inches of snow still sitting on the roads that hasn't been blown off or plowed. But the city has been doing a good job of keeping up with what is falling, and unfortunately over the next couple of hours it looks like it's going to become a more difficult task to keep up with, because the snowfall rates right now are pretty incredible. I'd have to venture to say we're looking at an inch to maybe an inch and a half of snow per hour at this rate. Again, you can see in front of me here, we're looking at a stoplight that's probably a quarter of a mile away, and it's very blurry, and that's of course a bright light, so maybe a car would be even more difficult to see. So you're definitely going to need to give yourself extra time this morning if you're heading out now or within the next couple of hours, because again, as you can see in front of us right now, this lane, for instance, that we are in, the far right lane of Lima Road or State Road 3 North, is still snow covered, and pretty dense snow, pretty thick amount of snow still sitting there, so it's kind of hard to come across. And a lot of times what you're doing is you're driving on a pretty decently plowed or blown over area where it's clear, and then you run into these big amounts of snow, and that can really create a hazardous condition. So again, give yourself some extra time. There is blowing and drifting snow out here. Visibilities are reduced. We're sitting at a red light right now on the corner of Cook Road and Lima Road. We're going to continue to monitor the highways, the interstates, and the city streets. In fact, we're going to go downtown for the next hit. But let's go live now to Rod Hissong. He's at INDOT right now. How are the crews battling this situation, Rod?